Welcome to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. It's been a couple weeks since the last time I made a video, and I might get some flack for this video, but if you're an ex-JW, you probably remember something about 1914. Now, just because I'm going to make a video about this doesn't mean I agree with the JW cult. In fact, it's far from it. However, I do agree with one thing about the year 1914 with the JW organization. I believe the last days started in 1914. However, that's all there is. And I don't believe that Christ was sat on his throne in 1914, because if you, again, remember the scripture in Matthew or Luke, or you can look it up for yourself, it says, if they say I'm in the wilderness, don't believe them. If they say I'm here or there, don't believe them. And that's what the Jehovah's Witness organization exactly does. They sit there and say, hey, Christ's has been ruling on his throne since 1914. And it's not true. Because if you go by that scripture, Christ said, if you don't listen to him, if they say I'm here or there, you'll know when he comes, because every eye will behold Christ. Every eye will see him when Christ officially comes. He doesn't come once. He doesn't come a pre-time or a second time or a third time or fourth time like the JW organization says. He's going to come when everybody will know when he comes. That's his. He is poised to do that in the future. It hasn't been done since 1914. However, 1914, I believe, is the last days, the start of the last days. World War I, and that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. And also, I don't believe that Satan has fell to the earth, like they say in October of 1914. When Christ immediately took his throne, Satan fell to the earth. That's what the JW organization says. And I don't agree with that at all, because in Revelation it says when Satan falls, it's going to be a short period of time. It'll be, if you reason upon it, the Great Tribulation, because that's when the world gets really bad. Come on, I mean, if Christ and his demons really fell to the earth, don't you think it'd be, and they didn't have God's backing, don't you think, or we don't have God's backing until the kingdom starts, don't you think that it'd be much worse than it is? I would say yes. And one thing I also agree upon with 1914 is those tablets, they could have gotten wrong. Jerusalem could have been trampled in 607. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. It doesn't mean the Jehovah's Witness organization is the only true faith. All it does, they got one thing right. And they got more than just one thing right. I mean, they know who Jesus Christ is. They know he's the Son of God, for one. And 607, it could have been a mistake. The whoever kept track of that, it could have been. No one's perfect. I know they were the society. I'm drawing a blank on here on who kept track of those records, and I apologize. However, they could have made a mistake. It could have been trampled in 607 BCE, and hence the 2,520 years that came up to 1914. You know, really, what's the big deal? It doesn't prove one iota that the JW organization is a true faith. All it proves is that they can get that right, or they know when the last days begin. They thought 1914 would be the date for Armageddon. They calculated that, and made a major mistake, a failed prediction organization. But they can still be a failed prediction organization. They can still be a false prophet and still come up with 1914 as being the last days. It doesn't mean anything, and it doesn't, like I say, they don't have God's backing. And that's another point I want to bring out. Just because I'm saying I agree that 1914 could have been the last part of the last days or the start of the last days, it doesn't mean that I agree with the organization at all. You can still have some things right about the Bible, but not have God's backing. Obviously, the two-witness rule and things like that where children are harmed, of course it doesn't have God's backing. You know, I just wanted to do a video like this, and I think I'm sorry I made a mistake when I said Christ and his demons. I meant Satan and his demons, and I apologize about that. That's who so anyway, again, that's the beauty of the XJW community. You don't have to have the same exact thinking. You don't have to have the same belief. It's not what the XJW community is all about. Like I say, I might get some slack for this. I might get, and I really don't care. But I just wanted to make a video about this and tell me what you think. Have a nice day, and thank you.